How's it going, my Indigenous brothers and sisters? This is part two to my dream. In this dream, like I had a dream last night again, and this is connected to the first dream that I had with the elders. You know, the ancestors that I was talking about. But this dream was crazy. It was, it was crazy to come back to that, that same dream. But it was weird because I was standing there again, and those four elders, when they warned us about what was coming, it's crazy because out of nowhere, they tell me to come in there, back into that circle on top of that hill. And the elder tells me to come into that circle, and he's holding a staff. He's holding a staff in his hand and tells me to wait right there. And this older elder man, he was really old, like his hair was down, and I'm talking to him. Tells me to stand there and hold that staff. Tells me that I'm one of the ones that's gonna lead Cree people. So I'm listening to him. He said that's the reason you have these visions, these dreams, because we come to our younger generation, because they're the ones that are going to carry our people. They're going to have that wisdom. And he tells me I'm not the only one. He said a lot of us are going to find each other. A lot of us that are going to lead our own tribes with all these warnings, with these visions, these dreams. And he tells me to look in the corner of me, look on my right. So I look on my right, and this other Indigenous man comes over, and he's a Navajo. It was like every different tribe was there, but he came and he was holding a staff too, and he was like, I'm 40, and this guy was probably a bit younger than I was, but he comes forward and he's holding a staff too. Another one comes forward. Each different tribe, there were young men. One guy had braids, the other one had long hair, and they were young guys, young warriors, and they were all coming forward. I even seen an Inuit man. We all were holding a staff, but this young Inuit man come forward, and he's supposed to be leading his people because he's having those same visions, those dreams, and he's supposed to be telling his own people about what's coming, and people will listen to him. His staff was not like our staff. His looked like, something to do with a whale, like a spear that come from a whale, like a whale's nose or something. And it was really long anyway, and he was holding that. And he looked at me and he shook my hand. We were all shaking each other's hands. And this elderly man told us to listen carefully. He said, we're all going to get connected. You young men are going to get connected with each other. And each and every one of you that are having these different visions, these dreams, we're letting you dream it, he says. Where your ancestors were coming to you so you guys can warn the people. So he's telling us that, and each and every one of us are looking at each other. And we're talking. We're sitting there in that circle, talking, all of us. And we're connected, and he's telling us what's coming, that how they're going to try to take us Indigenous people out, and we're going to be the ones that warn everybody. And our own people will follow. That's what he told me. Our own people will follow. He was telling all of us that. Each one of us were looking there, and he goes that we're going to find each other. He said all of us are going to find each other. All the people that are having these dreams are going to be connected. Our Indigenous brothers will come together. And our women, he said, will have these visions too and stand by our men. And he says we have to bond together, love one another. Don't fight one another. Be strong for one another. He says you guys are the one that are going to be holding each other. Nobody will fall. But warn our people, he says. And we're looking at this old elderly man. He looked older than all of them, like he was just standing there talking to us. And I just, I couldn't believe what I was looking